At Apree Health, we work with people's healthcare data. We have a lot of sensitive information, and other people want that. As a defender, you need to study attackers. You need to see what are they doing.
It makes you think in a different way, like a developer who might not be security-minded, but also think like an attacker, to visualize all the possible moves and what your response might be.
Everything that you do that adds just a little bit more friction to their process, they're less likely to attack you. The economics aren't there. The biggest challenges for us moving to the cloud is we work with very sensitive data. And so we have customers that have very strong security requirements around how we protect that data. It's really hard to earn a HITRUST certification, and you don't want to lose it.
Any type of tooling on-prem, there's not a one-to-one translation with the cloud. And when you're working with cloud workloads, there's a completely different risk landscape that any traditional on-prem tooling, even if it is cloud compatible, will still have a blind spot. And what Sysdig has allowed us to do is remove that blind spot and do it quickly at the rate that our org was starting to virtualize.
And Sysdig is one of those tools that is built for the new way. It ties in a lot of the practices that you're familiar with, but it covers the cloud-native approach. The biggest time savings that's come through using Sysdig is the breadth of things that we can have visibility on with a small security team. Sysdig has saved our team and the teams that we work with probably more than 80% of the time to get that evidence because it's so out of the box with Sysdig.
Sysdig has served as a catalyst that has helped unite security with our engineering organization because it has given the security team a knowledge base that previously we didn't have. We're able to really dial in where a vulnerability is sitting in a workload and what the risk is with that vulnerability, and give engineering teams meaningful bugs that need to be remediated. So it's really helped us operationalize our risk reduction.
When it comes to developers, security is seen as an obstacle. And what we try to do at Apree is we try to turn that on its head. We try to democratize security so that we engage everybody in the security processes. And so what's really great about Sysdig is the ability to build pipelines around things, communicate with developers, give them the access to also look at the findings and look at the verbiage around why does it matter.
What Sysdig allows you to do is to really hone in to see what are your critical workloads, what's exposed to the internet, and then of the vulnerabilities that are identified, what is something that's actually in use versus not in use, or a vulnerability that has a fix versus doesn't have a fix.
There's all these opportunities for things to get slowed down where it takes a week to triage a vulnerability, whereas with a tool like Sysdig, it's all right there in the dashboard. At the end of the day, when everything's deployed, when everything's operational, what you get with Sysdig is visibility into things that you didn't see before.
These are features that I have not seen in any other security tooling other than Sysdig, and it's really helped us reduce our risk as an org. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about Sysdig as a tool is that it really cuts through to the critical pieces of what's important.